One Sunday morning, in the small village of Edo, Chuck's Larry, Oman Sani, and Morgan Osas dream of a better life beyond their homeland could offer. The winds of change blew in when Ahmed Hassan, the notorious Mediterranean Libyan Mafia leader, descended upon their village like a captivating whirlwind of promises. A lure of prosperity in Europe, the trio make a life-changing decision to embark on a treacherous journey. Ahmed stroked the flames of their desires, enticing the trio to take a leap of faith into the unknown. They join a group of diverse individuals, including Osagi, Prince, Stanley, Lady B, Mama Libya, Kevin, and Jarul, who have their own reasons for seeking life elsewhere. As the night fell, the friends got ready for the next day of their journey. They were told to bring snacks and medicine for the long and tiring journey ahead. Together, they joined the local transport bus and headed towards the border of Niger Republic. On their way, they encountered police officers who questioned their intention of travel. Quick to act, Ahmed, who was familiar with the roads, lied to the officers, telling them they were heading to the Kufarua Pack to buy wholesale goods for retail purposes. Chuck, who was standing beside Morgan, whispered into his ears, "Did Ahmed just lie to the police?" Morgan, who was once a police officer's son, had become a vigilante in his community and couldn't help but feel worried about Ahmed's behavior. Morgan's father had died in the line of duty during a bank robbery 2 years ago. Since then, life has been tough on the family. As the eldest among the siblings, Morgan had to provide for his 5 younger brothers and sister and their sick mother, which pushed him to join his friends on this journey. Together, they boarded a night bus and arrived at Kufuroa Market in Kano City, one of the biggest markets of farm products and local factory products from the north. From there, they continued their journey on a station wagon Peugeot with 9 passengers, escaping through the untarred road, passing through the farm terrain, escaping the immigration and border police. The drivers were special drivers who sometimes stopped at checkpoints to settle the border guards and forest guards to allow them to pass through. Amazed, Osas spoke loudly. "I wonder how many goods could be smuggled through these routes between the countries." However, the sun was scorching hot in the northern region as the noon approached. The driver stopped to pray, and the passengers took the opportunity to stretch their legs and rest. Chuck complained of stomach upset from the suya meat he bought, as he was allergic to onion. Morgan gave him medicine he bought earlier that day. As they moved forward, little did they know, the road ahead was filled with many more obstacles and dangers. But for now, they continue together, fueled by their dreams and determination to make a better life for themselves and their families. As Ahmed Hassan and the driver, Gidman, observed the passengers after the noon prayers, a sense of unease filled the air. Gidman requested the passengers to hand over their travel documents, ID cards, and passports. Osas hesitated and refused, prompting Morgan to question why. Osas explained that they were close to the Republic of Niger border, and the immigration officials from both Nigeria and Niger would normally inspect passports and stamp them in and out. However, in this case, Gidman claimed to be able to handle the process without the passengers leaving the vehicle. This revelation left Chuck bewildered. How could their faces be verified if the driver wasn't even checking their photos on the travel documents? Morgan, with a sly smile, chimed in, suggesting that the drivers and the immigration officers might be involved in smuggling goods using this route. Oman Sani, who understood the dialect they were speaking, whispered to himself, realizing that the driver was not just a goods smuggler, but also smuggling them across the border without even verifying their identities. Morgan, stationed by the doors, observed the border police and Gidman exchanging a brown envelope, suspecting that cash had just exchanged hands. Chuck exclaimed, reaffirming his suspicion that their steep $50 USD fee for a 13-hour drive from Kufuroa Pack was connected to illicit activities. It seemed that Gidman had been involved in this trade for a long time. In the midst of these revelations, Ahmed Hassan unexpectedly opened the door and took the front seat. The silence among the group was palpable as he slammed the car door shut. Leaning back, Ahmed addressed them, urging them to stay strong and united. He reminded them that the journey to the Promised Land had only just begun, and tougher challenges lay ahead. It was essential for them to support each other and work as a team to overcome the obstacles on their path. Ahmed's words resonated with Morgan, who was quietly amazed at his ability to inspire and convince others. Morgan couldn't help but smile as he whispered to himself, remarking on Ahmed's persuasive skills. Curious, Osas questioned Morgan about his smiling, to which he replied, "There's no going back now." With their destinies intertwined and facing an uncertain road ahead, the group pondered the challenges they would encounter and the sacrifices they would have to make. But little did they know, the true test of their resilience and determination was yet to come. As they proceeded on their journey, the hunger for success and their pursuit of a better life grew stronger, leaving hope anxiously awaiting their gripping adventure to Europe. As the travelers prepared to leave, the driver, known as Gidman, solemnly handed over their travel documents, ID cards, and passports. It was a moment filled with both hope and apprehension as they bid farewell to the only tangible connection to their previous lives. Chucks, ever the optimist, seized the opportunity and asked Gidman for his contact number. To their surprise, Gidman obliged, handing over a slip of paper with his phone number. Curiosity piqued, Chucks cheekily inquired if Gidman had a social media handle. Gidman chuckled and replied in the negative, but assured Chucks that if he managed to reach the shores of Europe, he would send him a gift. The passengers, filled with a mix of amusement and wonder, couldn't help but engage in light-hearted banter, with Osas teasing Chucks about his potential future as a good smuggler. Their journey continued as Gidman pointed them towards Ibrahim, their guide who would accompany them through the treacherous path towards Agadez. The group followed Ibrahim, their trust and hopes pinned on this experienced guide as they ventured further into the vast, unforgiving desert. The group followed Ibrahim to a humble eatery, their stomachs growling with hunger. Ibrahim guided them to a table and promptly went to order their meals. The tension in the air was palpable as the travelers anxiously awaited their first taste of nourishment in what felt like an eternity. Despite their dire circumstances, the group mustered up some generosity and pooled together $5, which they handed over to Ibrahim as a gesture of gratitude. As they sat in the restaurant, Ibrahim shared his plan for their onward journey. He explained that they would be joining a convoy, a collective effort to navigate the perilous desert route to Agadez. The idea of traveling with fellow migrants brought a semblance of comfort, knowing that they would be facing the challenges ahead together. Just as Ibrahim finished outlining the plan, Ahmed Hassan's absence became apparent. The worry in the group grew, especially as Ahmed had specifically asked Ibrahim to ensure they did not separate and to provide any necessary help. Fear and restless anticipation gripped the travelers as they contemplated where Ahmed might have vanished to. Thankfully, after what felt like an eternity, Ahmed reappeared, his face flushed from the heat and exertion. Morgan couldn't help but ask where he had been. Ahmed explained that he had gone to exchange their United States dollars into the local Niger currency, the French franc. His reasoning was that it would be easier for them to spend money on food and other necessities if the need arose. Chuck nodded approvingly, recognizing the practicality behind Ahmed's decision. The atmosphere in the restaurant oscillated between relief and unease. The travelers were beginning to grasp the magnitude of their undertaking, understanding that every decision and action carried weight and consequence. With each passing moment, the suspense continued to build, leaving them on edge as they embarked on this perilous journey into the unknown.